Namaste. Welcome to Functional Restorative class. Today we are doing the 5 languages of love, taken excerpts from Gary Chapman, who's written the book on the 5 languages of love. I really like this topic because I think we always forget to speak the languages of love to ourselves that really speak to us, and also to find out people who you love that surround you, whether friends, family, spouses, to hear what their language is so that you can increase the communication, you can increase the compassion, you can increase the kindness for us all through understanding other people's language of love. Didn't you love the screenshot today? This is from my friend Carol. She sent it to me the other day when she was in the Okanagan. And look at the heart reaching to the sky for love. Look at her 2 fingers. Individual self meets great self. I just love this. So the language of love is open to this beautiful, beautiful statue. One of my favorite books is called The Prophet, and it's by Gibran. And if you want to have an inspirational read, he was a Lebanese American poet who died in, I think, 1931. But his words and his thoughts and his gifts that he gives to us regarding the subject of love, compassion, and kindness. I thought this reading was very, very good for today. Think not you can direct the course of love, for love, if it finds you worthy, directs its own course. Love has no other desires but to fulfill itself. But if you love and must needs have desires, let these be your desires, to melt and to be like a running brook that sings its melody to the night. To know the pain of too much tenderness, to be wounded by your own understanding of love, and to bleed willingly and joyfully and willfully, to wake up at dawn with a winged heart and give thanks for another day of loving, to rest at noon hour and meditate on love's ecstasy, to return home at eventide with deep gratitude in one's heart, and then to sleep with a prayer for the beloved in your heart, yourself or others, and a song of praise for love on your lips. Thank you for that. Let's begin our practice now. So let's look today to see what we have here. Oh, look, a handsome man on the mat. He has his pillow behind his head, as you can see, and he has 2 blocks and a strap. So if you could get all that apparatus for you now and organize yourself on the mat, on your back, we'll begin our practice, our breath practice, our mantra practice, closing your eyes, going deep within, letting the body sink deeper into the floor. Remember that restorative practice is that practice of quietness, the practice of closing your eyes, withdrawing that sense, as Patanjali says, and going deep inward to feel the stretch, the release, the letting go. This is a posture class, so we'll be working postures. Strengthening one part and strengthening the other and letting go. Let's bring our hands onto our belly and intertwine our fingers. And let's practice some love breathing today. We're going to breathe 5 counts in, 2 counts hold, and 10 counts out. And we're going to breathe in love. Here we go. Breathe in love, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2. Exhale compassion to yourself with the count of 10 out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in love, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it all through your body. 1, 2. Exhale 10. Send compassion. Exhale out into the people that you love. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in love. 2, 3. Expand. Hold. 1, 2. Exhale 10. Compassion for a friend in need. 9, 8, 7, 6. Breathe it out into that person who needs that compassionate love. Inhale, love. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, let it germinate through your body and send out compassion to someone in your family. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Juicy it up, that breath. And then send out compassion as you exhale. 10. Loving kindness to all your online yoga friends today. Picture them all in their living rooms. 2, 1. Last one. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel your heart fill up. 1, 2. Exhale. 10. Sending compassion, kindness, and healing to all of the world. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open up your mouth with a breathe normally and feel the energy throughout your body. Breathe normally and feel the energy. Beautiful. Bring the right knee to chest and follow it with the left knee to chest. Start to rock side to side. Maybe make a rotation for your spine, waking up the spine. As you know, in Restorative, we do similar exercises every day, or poses or asanas, so you get to know them all. Take one hand on each kneecap and draw two big circles away from each other. As you come around, try to pull the back off the ground to give you that little bit of a stretch in your lower back. And then try to massage in the other direction and see how it feels for your body, closing your eyes and going deep within. Keep the breath flowing. And then bring both feet to ground, hands down by your side. Let your knees be wherever they want, feet flat on the floor, and slowly curl your tail all the way up into high bridge. All the way up. Beautiful. And then all the way back down, vertebra by vertebra, waking back body up and letting it sing. Gary's taking his pillow away so this neck can relax. Keep going up and down. Today, the 5 languages of love, written by Gary Chapman. Here's a few quotes from what he says. Real love for yourself or others. This kind of love is emotional in nature, but non-obsessive. It is a love that unites reason and emotions. Ooh, isn't that beautiful? Reason and emotion. It involves an act of the will and requires discipline. It recognizes the need for each of us to grow spiritually, to have deep love. Couple more up and down. And Gary Chapman says, love is a choice you make every day. Love is a choice. Wow. Remember, reason and emotion are the 2 things that he talks about. And I love this one. He says, loving is a verb, meaning that loving people is an action. It's an active thing that happens all the time. 2 more times, up and down, feeling your spine and your buttocks. Everything's waking up. Last one, all the way up, just feeling your hips, front body opening. Exhale. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees drop out. Open your mouth with a just feel. Let your body sink. Let your body restore in functional restorative. Slowly bring our arms into Y shape above your head. Turn your palms inward, making sure that your thumbs are to ground. Remember, why we do that is to practice the position of the shoulders floating down and then strengthening around the joint of the shoulder into the muscle. I'd like you to fan your ribs as much as you can. Feel that extension on the inhale, and as you exhale, release. Again, inhale. Exhale, release. I want that fanning of the ribs. Inhale, push your shoulders in, push your tail into the ground. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Do 3 or 4 more like this, opening up the shoulders in a passive method. Exhale. Then last one, inhale. Exhale. Open your mouth with a ha. Let's go to do some back strengthening of upper back. That holds your torso up. In breath, right shoulder pulls down. Exhale, release. Left shoulder, inhale, pulls down. Use your breath big. Exhale, release. Right shoulder pulls down. Exhale. Left shoulder pulls down. Exhale. Both shoulders pull down and in, and hold 3 natural breaths without pushing. Just feel your breath flowing through your nostrils down into your lungs. Feel natural breath without pushing. 1 more beautiful breath. And then release and open your mouth with a ha. Now, as you listen, bring your hands slowly back to your belly, intertwining your fingers and feeling the reverberation, the rejoice for the love of yourself for being here. There is love above you. There is love below you. There is love to your right and love to your left. Picture white sparkling light, filling yourself up. There's light above you. There's light below you. There's love to your right, sparkling light. There's love to your left. I am surrounded by sparkling white light. My whole body feels supported and loved, feeling kindness for myself. Bring our arms up again in the letter Y shape. Bring them a little narrower. This time we're going to engage the ribs are really wide here, and then we're going to engage in the other way. Squeeze the shoulder blades down your back. Pull your rib cage to the floor. Pull your belly into the floor. Pull your Mula Bandha up. Hold the pose with 3 natural breaths. Well, actually, you'll be doing the Ujjayi breath because your belly's not going to move. It comes from the back of the ribs. Beautiful. 1 last breath. And then slowly let go of everything with a ha. And relax. Let's fan your ribs again. Really big, really big. Push your tail into the floor. See how much of a back arch you can get, because we need to arch our spine. Hold that pose and breathe 3 times naturally. Really enjoying the sensation of this love throughout your body that you're giving yourself. And then come to neutral spine, relax. We're ready for another one. Here we go. Shoulder blades down, pull them in, rib cage closes. Belly button pushes into floor. Tilt your pelvis, Mula Bandha, up 10 out of 10 now, right to your throat. Pull, hold, breathe normally. Hold, hold, use all those internal muscles. Hold, 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 hold. And slowly let go with a ha, ha. Beautiful. There's love around me, surrounding me with beautiful energy. Slowly bring your hands back to your belly and feel the reverberation of this practice. And then slowly bring your kneecaps together and open your mouth with a ha. Let's bring both kneecaps together and walk the feet as wide as your mat. We're doing now the opposite of external rotation, which we did do, now internal rotation. Bring your arms up into the cactus or U-shape arms. Hold your pose. Squeeze your kneecaps together and hold them there. And let's go into M-shape arms, where you just rotate from the shoulders and palms come into ground. Elbows are in a horizontal line from the shoulders. And then back up again. Continue that sweet rotation in the ball and socket of the shoulder. Loving yourself is the first thing in life that we would like to do. To love yourself means to accept yourself as you are and to come to terms with those aspects of yourself that you cannot change. Is there something about yourself, maybe your hearing isn't so good or you have an injury? Love yourself and accept that this cannot change. We can improve, but maybe not change. It means to have self-respect and a positive self-image and unconditional self-acceptance. How is your self-respect? All right, do you have a positive image about yourself? Or do you go to, oh, my thighs are too big? Send loving messages of love and self-respect, unconditional acceptance to yourself. It means having a healthy regard for yourself, knowing that you are a worthy human being. You are worthy of love. You deserve love. You must expect love first from yourself first. Bring your arms in the letter U shape. Maybe move your elbows up a little higher and then squeeze the shoulder blades down. We're going to manipulate now. So right back of palm pushes into floor and elbow pulls wide. Exhale, release. Left side, back of palm reaches to ground. Left elbow pulls out, release. Right side again, push wide. Feel how the shoulder blades are down your back. Exhale. We want to inhale, go, pull, pull, pull. Exhale. Inhale, pull, other side, release. Last time, inhale, pull, exhale, release. All right, now let's pretend we're walking maybe in the Melicon at PV, or we're walking your favorite walk of the day. You got to be able to pull your wings as wide as you can and keep those rhomboids, are called, the muscles that run horizontally from the scapula to the spine. Pull, pull, keep pulling. Breathe, breathe, just breathe normally. Pull. Pull. Feel how you're standing up tall now through life. Pull. You have the ability to activate those muscles to be wide. Now hold that pose, but pull at trap one, it's called. It's very base of your trapezius muscle. In. So see how low you can get with pulling wide first and then pulling down. Have a couple more breaths for posture. Restoring our posture to greatness. Even though we're lying there, we're really working hard for our upper back muscles. And then release and just lie there for a second and open your mouth with a ha. Now listen carefully to the reverberation as you bring your hands back slowly to the belly. Open your mouth with a ha. Whoa, how does that back feel? Listen, surrender, and watch. This is your parasympathetic nervous system activating now, that letting go. Let's bring our arms out into T shape, palms facing down. Let's keep our kneecaps together, but drop the right knee towards the ground. So we're going to squeeze our kneecaps together. This is internal rotation. Hold the pose. Can you go a little further? Now squeeze the butt on the right. Push, push down. And then come back to center and just listen to the muscle. This is internal rotation. We need the joint to be able to have strength and flexibility in this position. Left knee drops. Keep the kneecaps together. Push the right knee in. Squeeze left butt. Squeeze a little harder. Come back to center. Let's go again to your right side. Squeeze the butt on the right, rotate inward, hold. All right, let's have 3 huge breaths into that right hip. Inhale, exhale. 2 more, full breaths. Come back up to center and go to the left side. Rotate inward with the knee. Now squeeze the butt and have 3 white healing lights of breath into that hip. Beautiful. Come back to center. And just rock side to side with your knees. Just side to side, just to release. Do you have one hip that's tighter than the other hip? Do you feel a tighter hip? Go to the side of the quadricep and the hip flexor or lower back that feels tightest. Hold to the side that's tightest. Stop your movement. Then take your butt and squeeze the butt of that leg that you rolled to and release. Squeeze the butt, roll, release. Squeeze the butt, roll, release. Squeeze the butt, roll, release. Last one, squeeze the butt, roll, release. Come back up to center. Bring one knee to chest. Follow it with the other knee to chest. Hold on to each kneecap and circle the knees outward in a huge circle. Individual legs, remember now. So you're drawing 2 gigantic circles all the way around. And then in the other direction, beautiful hip rotations after we did internal and external. And then flex your heels and give a little run, 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 like a little piston. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, massaging your back. Nice. Keep going. Keep going. And then bring the knees to chest. Hold your knees to chest. Open your mouth with a ha. So now we're going to change it into a little bit of a core activity. Keep your head on the ground and hold on to the right knee as the left knee extends towards the ground. Keep it off the ground and then bring it back in and change legs. Keep your head down. So we're using a transverse, the deep core muscles, and bring it in. Continue right and left, keeping your chin tucked, your rib cage closed, and your belly button down. See how quiet you can be in the core? Remember, we just did back body core for upper back. This is front body core now. Very, very beautiful. I'm watching you all through the screen. I love it when you keep your screens on because I can see you. Diane, I see you. Ted, you're looking beautiful in your poses. Lovely. Anne, I see you. Oh yes, beautiful. Keep going. Keep going, all you people out there that have your screens on. Kaylee, screen on. I want to see those abs. Nice. Nice, Margot, beautiful. With grace, I see it. Two more. And then I'd like you to take your leg out and hold it just off the floor. You can bend your knee if it gets too much. And I want to see if you can squeeze your rib cage even tighter, push your abdominals into floor, pull your belly under your ribs, and squeeze your Mula Bandha up. Beautiful. Elke, beautiful. Keep going. Keep going. Squeeze. Squeeze. More. More. Linda, fantastic. Squeeze. Change legs. Take a break if it's too much. Pull. Pull. Everything contracts to the floor. Everything reaches. Keep going. One last breath. Wow, front body loves you. And then bring both knees to chest and rock side to side and open up your mouth with a pick up your block and bring your feet to the floor. Put it between your knees. Make sure your strap is nearby also. This time we're going to make sure the toes are directly forward. You strengthen front body and now we're going to stretch it. So toes directly forward. I want to get into the quads and the hip flexors. Roll all the way up into your expression of bridge and hold bridge. Squeeze the kneecaps together as a strength move to the outer thighs are stronger than the inner. So by squeezing on the block, we're strengthening so there's balance between the hips. Hold the pose. Some of you might walk into Yoga Mudra arms where you bring the hands under your back and intertwine the fingers. Some of you might even lift up on the tippy toes and walk the feet in if the body will allow, lifting the hips a bit higher. We're just about there. Or you have already come down and you're doing your favorite pose, maybe knees to chest. And then walk your feet out, walk your hands away, and slowly roll down. Open up your mouth with a, I love myself mantra. What are the qualities if you were giving yourself a mantra of love? Probably you would say, I am free, I am powerful, I am good, I am worthy of love, I have value, and I have purpose in life. I am free, I am powerful, I am good, I am worthy of love, I have value, and I will have purpose in life. Take your block away. You're doing beautiful hip work, everybody, balancing off our other 2 days of class. Pick up your strap, wrap it around both feet, and bring your feet to sky. All the way. Start to lift your tail on and off the floor, just little tiny rocks, pulling on what's called your hamstring. There's a 3 set of hamstring muscles. There's the center one, bicep femoris it's called, and semitosis and semimembrosus. They're outside and inside. So let's get into it, just not the center one. Bring your heels together and keep rocking. So do you feel a different stretch now? Probably on the outside hamstring muscle. Just feel the awareness of this. And then turn your toes inward and keep pulling yourself up and see if you can feel the inner one. Keep going. I just want you to understand what muscles we're working and why. Bring your toes center. Take the right leg out of the strap. Extend it along the floor. Beautiful. We're going to work now through a range of motion, our inner thigh. We're going to take the right hand to our hip on the right, and we're going to take the strap in our left hand. This is good for grip strength. Start to bring the leg out to the side as far as it will go. Bend your knee if you feel any tension at the knee joint and bring it back up. Continue this full range of motion because as we age, we lose full range. Go as far as you can. You can search throughout the entire universe for someone who is more deserving of your love and affection than you are yourself. And that person is not to be found anywhere on earth. You yourself, as much as anyone in the universe, deserves the recognition within yourself of the love and affection you need. Couple more. Beautiful range of motion. We're not going to lose that as we age. Aging is over 20. And then let that leg fall out to the side, onto the ground, wherever it will fall. Take your right hand to your hip. And on the in-breath, you're going to squeeze your right butt and pull your right hip into floor. Inhale, right hand on hip, pull it down. Exhale, release. Again, right hand on hip, push down. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, feel that grip strength. Exhale. Bend your knee and slowly come back up to center. Hold the strap with both hands. Lift your chest up just to release your spine and your hamstring muscle. Beautiful. And then slide back down. Let's take the strap now into your right hand. And we're going to just come across the body for our tensor fasciae lata, it's called, that connects at the outside of the hip 3/4 of the way down the leg. As soon as you feel it coming into the back, come back up. Continue this roll, but really listen to the pull at the side of the hip into the thigh. Keep going. It's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are. Accept yourself, love yourself, and keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up whatever weights you down. Confidence is the ability to feel beautiful without needing somebody to tell you you are. 2 more times. Love yourself, forgive yourself, be true to yourself. How you treat yourself sets the standards for how others will treat you. Now I'd like you to come to your edge, so bring it across until you can feel it across your body at the side of the thigh. Don't go all the way because it'll come into the back. And then I want you to start to pull the left hip down towards the ground, holding that pose. Inhale, left hip down. Exhale, release, hold this pose. Inhale, left hip down. Exhale, release. Inhale, left hip down. Exhale, release. Inhale, left hip down. Pull on that fiber at the side of the leg. Exhale down. One last one. Inhale, pull. Exhale. Let your foot come to the floor right across your body. Keep the strap on the heel and come right across. Let your shoulder just hang wherever it hangs. And it's now time to surrender. Turn your palm up to receive and float the shoulder joint down. Take your nose to the long arm on the left. In Gary Chapman's book, he talks about 5 different ways that people communicate to themselves and others about love. Number 1 is words of affirmation. Number 2 is quality time. Number 3 is receiving gifts. Number 4 is acts of service. And 5 is physical touch. Let's take that arm now and float it all the way up through Y shape, right up to H shape, along the floor if the body will allow, right up above your head, and then float it all the way back down very slowly. Feel your palm turn upward. As close to the floor as the body will take you. Continue T right up to H, sliding the arm as close to the floor as the body will allow. Finding your method of stretching all those shoulder muscles. Words of affirmation to yourself. Do you say to yourself, you are a good person, I'm worthy of love? Words of affirmation say, oh, I did a really good job there. How much do you love in your language of supporting yourself, words of affirmation to yourself, rather than saying, oh, you're not doing a very good job, blah, 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 blah. How about quality time with yourself? Is that important to you? Where you go for your walks by yourself, or you meditate, or you come to class like today where you're all by yourself with quality time with you. How important is that for you to commit time and energy to that? So along your shoulder journey, I'd like you to find where you're stickiest. Hold your sticky spot. Where is it sticky? And then pretend you're going to hold on to a doorknob. So wrap your fingers around the doorknob and move in the shoulder joints all the way around the ball and socket in that sticky spot. So the third is receiving gifts. When you want to show yourself loved, you go out and get something, buy something. This can be obsessive, so you got to watch the shopaholic, oh well, I'll just give myself a little hit of shopping, versus giving yourself a special gift that you really, really cherish and love. Number 4 is acts of service. Do you feed yourself good food in the morning? What acts of service do you do to make your body, mind, and spirit? Do you come to class every day? Do you meditate? Do you walk? Acts of service to you. And then let go of your sticky doorknob and come all the way back down by your side and listen to the shoulder joint. Open your mouth with a ha. Take that left hand to your heart now with palm facing down and start to rub your heart. This is the 5th, is called physical touch. Intimacy of self. How much are you there withdrawing your senses and going intimately into your body, mind, and spirit? That is a deep language, physical touch of body, mind, and spirit. And bring your hand down by your side. Hold on to the strap with both hands and come all the way up with your leg, all the way up. Lift your chest up again, all the way up, and take the strap into the left hand. Bring the kneecap, the elbow inside the knee, and start to bend that knee as much as you can to the outside, bringing your head back down to the ground. The heel is trying to reach over top of the knee, and we're trying to reach the kneecap out to the side. And then we're pulling softly down on the arch of the foot, and then we add our deep, loving breaths of light and love to the hip joint, hamstring muscle, wherever you feel it. One more breath. And then straighten your leg back up to sky, hold the pose. Then start to bend the knee into chest and start to drop the heel. Now changing hands to the right hand, drop the heel down into your groin and let the knee drop down to the side, holding the strap in your right hand now. We're trying to softly push the kneecap down towards the floor. Let the rib cage fan. And again, take that arm on the left up into U shape this time. U shape. We're going to stabilize again that joint. Pull the elbow out. Hold that side, because if we do asymmetric motion, meaning one side, sometimes one side is weaker. So this way, this muscle on the left has to pull wide, and then push your back of your palm down towards the ground. Push, push, breathe and hold. Close your rib cage now. Pull your Mula Bandha up. Hold that strength move of the shoulder. Very nice, everyone. One last breath here. And then release and bring both hands back to the strap and bring the heel back up to sky. And open your mouth with a Really listen to the reverberation. Bring both feet into the strap. Widen the legs and do your rocks around. So if you had to decide which languages of love suits you best, would it be words of affirmation, quality time with yourself, buying yourself something that you've always cherished to have in your life? Would it be acts of service to yourself, or physical touch and intimacy? What's most important to you as number one? Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch. Which is number one? And which is the least out of all this? Words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Bring your feet together now. Open your mouth with a Take your left leg out of the strap and extend it along the floor. Allow your body just to sit. Listen to the pose. Bring the strap now into the right hand and start to bring the leg out to the right side, and bring it back in. Find once again that range of motion in your hip. Which one is the most important? What actions do you service yourself with to fulfill your most important one of your languages of love that express to you that you love yourself? You're there for yourself. What sabotages you from doing this action? What is it? You must spend more time there in your language. You must express it to other people, what your language is, maybe. A couple more. And then bring your leg out to the side, let it fall on the ground, straighten the leg as much as the body will allow. Bring your left hand to your hip. On the in-breath, you're pushing your left hip into the ground. Inhale, push left hip down, push, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knee on the right and bring it back up to center. Hold on to the strap with both hands. Lift your chest all the way up, holding the stretch, holding the strengthen. Lift up a bit higher. Feel your belly strong. Beautiful. And then slowly roll back down. And bring the strap into the left hand. Open your mouth with a ha. Bring your leg across the body to the left and just go as far as you feel the pull at the side of the hip, not in the back. Continue that movement for the tensor fasciae lata, the muscle that connects at the side of the hip, goes 3/4 of the way down the leg. Let's move now the 5 languages of love. I want you to picture someone that is in your life that you have a relationship with. It might be your sister, your daughter, your partner, your spouse. Picture them that you want to have a loving relationship. You want to know and understand their languages of love because you want your relationship to grow. When you love someone, the best that you can give them is your presence. How much presence do you give to people? Are you on your iPad, or you're doing some work while I'm listening to you? Don't forget, loving is giving your presence and finding out where they need your presence. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength. Loving someone gives you great courage. I'd like you to go just to your edge of that muscle and hold the leg up. And then I'd like you to take the butt on the right and pull it into the floor as you have 3 breaths. Remember, it's not in the back. Bring it up if you feel it in the back. It's at the side of the leg. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep flexing that toe towards the chest. Keep stretching that muscle and feeling that side of the thigh that gets so tight in all our bicycling and our walking. and then slowly let it fall to the ground. Take your shoulder on the right towards the ground in your eyes. Can you reach your toe a little bit closer up towards your face, or have you gone as far as you can for your back twist? The best kind of love for others is the one that awakens your soul also. I saw you were perfect and I loved you. Then I saw you were imperfect and I loved you even more. This is probably be my favorite one of a loving relationship. The right ones don't stand in your way. They make space for you to step forward in glory in life. The right ones don't stand in your way. They make space for you to step into your glory. Bring that arm out into T shape and start your movement from T shape up to H shape and see where you're tight. Bring it along the floor as much as your body will allow, or if it wants to come off. Surround yourself with this loving shoulder movement so our shoulders are not rounded. We have a beautiful upright posture, ability to pull the shoulders down and back. Keep going. Go back to that person that you would like to have a loving relationship with. And let's look at what their language might be. Do you perceive that the number one would be which? Words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, or acts of service. Many of us, when we're talking our languages, we go to our languages. Like acts of service, you might be the most important one for you, where that loved one makes you dinner and does the dishes, or that loved one changes your tires. That might be the most important to you. But is it the most important to the one you love is the question. Now I'd like you to find along that route of T to H, your stickiest spot, and then hold on to your sticky doorknob. Lift your arm just slightly off the floor and rotate through the ball and socket of your shoulder joint as you're in your twists for lower back. If the person you love likes words of affirmation, you encourage them and you tell them how much you appreciate them, and you use empathy words like, yes, I can understand how difficult that would be for you. And you actively listen. You actively listen to what they're saying, not thinking about what you're going to say next. You go into their head. If they love words of affirmation, that's how you communicate. Encourage them genuinely. And if they love words of affirmation, they definitely don't not like non-constructive criticism or not recognizing what a good job they did at something. But remember, there's a fine line between being needy and appreciative. So don't be needy in your accolades often. Be strong in yourself of what you do. Slide it down onto your belly. Hold the pose. Breathe deeply. And then bring the strap to both hands and lift that right leg up to sky. Open up your mouth with a ha, lift your chest all the way up as high as you can. Stretching those back muscles. Take the strap into your right hand and bring your elbow inside the knee, right hand. And start to bend the knee out to the side. Trying to keep the heel on top of the kneecap. Trying to flex that foot. Some of us will feel it in the hamstring, the inner thigh. There's 5 inner thigh muscles. I wish I was out here like I am with Gary, where I'm just giving a little bit of a manipulation. Someday, I'll be with you in person. Keep breathing, deep breaths into the hip. Touch your chin. That's it, beautiful. One more breath. And then lift that heel to sky again. Take the strap now into the left hand. Start to bend the knee again and bring the heel into the groin. Start to drop the kneecap down and fan your ribs. Really let them fan. Get some room in your hips and your back. And take the strap into your left hand and bring your right hand out in U shape. We're going to once again be stabilizing the muscles that go from the spine out to the scapula to stand tall. Here we go. Pull it wide and hold. And then remember the trapezius is a big V muscle. Right at the base of the V is trap 1. So try to go way down your back as low as you can and then pull the wing down as it kept wide. Hold the pose. Keep breathing. And then pull your rib cage in and pull your belly in. Beautiful, everyone. Keep pulling, breathing normally. Hold. And what if that person likes physical touch? A little pat on the shoulder, a little holding of hands, a little massaging of body like we do in the class sometimes. Hugs, maybe elbow pushes that we're doing these days. What physical touch would that person like to be more intimate? Don't neglect them. One more breath here, you're doing beautifully. Maybe that person likes to receive gifts, thoughtful gifts of something that they really find important in their life. Little gestures of a gift. Doesn't have to be big. And the worst for that person is forgetting a special occasion if they love receiving gifts. How about the person you love? Do they love gifts? Here we go. Let go of your strap and extend your legs along the floor and bring your arm to your belly and your palms together over top of your heart. Inhale. Think about that person that you love. Exhale. Send white healing light out to them. Inhale. Full belly breath. Exhale. Last one. Full breath. Sending it through the airways. Exhale. Open up your mouth with a ha. What about quality time with that person where there's focused conversation, real meaningful, uninterrupted, one-on-one, that critical feeling of connecting? We want those special moments. Maybe it's walking together, doing yoga together, weekend getaways. When you disconnect, if quality time is important, the relationship really suffers. All those distractions, quality time with that person you love. Bring your hands down by your side and open your mouth with a ha. We're coming now into, as we always do, our extension position. So I'd like you to roll onto your belly and come up into your expression of Sphinx, taking your block or pillow away, whatever you have there. And slowly come palm over palm and look right or left, and just let your body adapt. Look right, palm over palm, and just let your body sing for a moment there. And then look to your left, letting that neck rotation happen. And then make your way up to elbows. Elbows are directly underneath the shoulders and palms are forward. Fingers are stretched. The elbows start to pull into the waist like a little snake, and the heart starts to lift forward. We drop our nose down and we nod our head, and we open up our mouths with a ha. Keep nodding, keep pulling on those muscles. And then take your nose to the right side, rotate, lift the heart up as high as you can. And then let your head fall and nod your head. Yes, I'm so glad I'm here. No, I won't miss any classes. This is my time, my quality time with myself. And then all the way to the left side, lift your heart as high as you can, rotating in the upper back and shoulders. Breathe a couple of times, exalting that loving heart to sky. Beautiful, everyone. You look fantastic. And then drop the nose down. Open your mouth this time. Nod your head with a ha. Shake your head side to side. Let your lips go blah, 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 blah. Let your tongue go blah, 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 blah. And then let your head hang. Feel the strength in your shoulders. And then make your way back to your expression of child's pose if it feels good for you. Slowly moving through your spaces with the toes flat at the back, if the body will allow. Allowing your shins to stretch, your back to stretch. The last of the languages of love is the acts of service. Some people love having breakfast made for them. I'll help you with what you need help with. The things that you're not good at, I can be there for acts of service. And also, things to avoid is when someone makes a request that you love of acts of service, you put it as a priority, following through on those little tasks. Flatten your toes, walk your hands forward and walk them to the right side of your mat. Right hand on left wrist, pull all the way back. Hold the pose. Breathe and hold, and pull diagonally sideways for your rotator cuff muscles in the shoulder and what's called your QL muscle in your back. It's a very deep, deep muscle. Go a little further over towards the right side. Walk a little further and pull the left hip way out to the side. Feel that crossover stretch in that deep muscle of the back. Breathe deeply as you pull and manipulate. This is a working pose, even though it looks like it's a resting pose. Pull, pull. And then very slowly walk to the other side and relax into your pose. Open your mouth with a ha. Just lie there and surrender. And then take your left hand on top of your right wrist and surrender. And now it's time, if you choose, to give a little manipulation. Here we go. Pull your hip across to the opposite side. Pull your wing down your back. Hold that pose. Breathe a couple of times. And if there's any more room, release and walk over to the left side a little bit more and pull your hips to the right a little bit more. See how that feels for you. And now manipulate. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. One last time. Inhale, pull. Exhale, release. Beautiful shoulder, back, hip work today. Beautiful surrender. Come to all fours. Bring your legs as wide as your mat. Come to your elbows and start your deep cat-cow motion any way that feels good. Deep cat-cow. Exhaling as we round and inhaling as we drop. So you decided that person that you love, that friend or whoever, how they like their language of love to be given to them. Is it words of affirmation, physical touch, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service? What would you do for them to show your love in one of their languages? Flatten your toes, come up on your palms and start to roll your hips to the right, circle around to the left. We do this one and lift your pelvis up into the sky. We do this every class pretty well because it's a really nice workload for all of your hips and your shoulders. And then try it in the other direction and see how that feels. So you might even choose to sit down with that person you love and you identify your acts of your 5 languages, number 1, the most important to 5, and they also do their own. And then you exchange and start the communication of what language you love most and least, increasing our love together of 2 people. Last one, roll. And then I'd like you now to roll over onto your back again. And if you like the pillow behind your head, please do. Each year I've had the privilege of going for most years to Kripalu, which is in the Berkshires in Massachusetts. It's a beautiful, like 100-acre place. And they finish their practice every day with about 3 minutes of your own practice. So I'd like you to think about now what kind of movement you need or silence for the next 3 minutes. You might even choose to maybe use your block in an inversion. You might want to do something differently or go into Shavasana early. And you might want to even choose to think about that person you love and what your action you're going to do for that language for yourself first, that person you love, and for that other person that you've chosen to be your partner today. Go into your poses to please your body, to show physical touch of love, intimacy, acts of service, quality time, and receiving the gift of health and fitness. This quote has meant a lot to me over the years because I was blessed to have an unbelievable mother. Some of us weren't, but we maybe have had a mother figure within one's life, and you can identify with these words. Hope I don't cry. What if there isn't enough time to give her what she deserves? Do you think if I begged the sky hard enough, my mother's soul would return to me as my daughter, so I could give her the comfort she gave me my whole entire life? What if there isn't time enough to give her what she deserves? Do you think if I begged the sky hard enough, my mother's soul would return to me as my daughter, so I could give her the comfort she gave to me my whole life? Is there someone who is past, who you have this feeling for? Give deep gratitude of love and thanks. We're ready now to come out of our own practice. And if you're on a block, come off the block or the strap and bring both knees to chest, hands to knees. I'd like you to think of one action that you're going to give yourself today, what you learned today of the 5 languages for yourself, and one action of love you will adopt for someone within your life that you'd like to have a loving relationship with. One action for yourself, one action for that person you were dreaming about throughout the practice of your loving relationship. What is it? And when you're ready, if you're not already there, you might choose to bring your block underneath your thighs, pillow behind your head, experiencing your Shavasana wherever it is throughout your body and your quietness. I feel love above me. I feel love below me. I feel love to my right and I feel love to my left. I am encircled by love, compassion, and kindness. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to stretch your arms above your head. And then bring both knees to chest, hands to knees. Softly start to rock side to side. Pull your tail on and off the floor, bringing yourself back into this beautiful space of your life. Give yourself a little bit of a hug as you roll to the right side. Give yourself a hug. Yes. Compassion for yourself, kindness first to reach out to others in the 5 languages of love. And when you're ready, bring your palms to the ground and slowly make your way up to sitting. Lift your heart to the sky. Feel your zit bones rooted. Feel your heart lifting even higher so that we don't leave our heart out of everyday activity. We just right there with our shoulders down our back and our head back. Our hands start with for the practice today. I love you all very much for being online. I love you for who you are and what you stand for and for making the commitment to yoga. Namaste.